We arranged to meet with Sister EMMANUEL, who has lived in Wadeye on and off for the past 60 years.
I was quite happy to come to this place, this mission, a very young one at the time.
Wadeye was established as a Catholic mission in 1939. The church brought together the 20 local tribal groups who inhabited the region. We had heard that the metal gangs of today are based on these original tribal groups.
After the mission was settled, the people came. The main thing was to bring the good news of the gospel.
And so when you first came here in 1946, did you say? Yeah. How long had it been here and what was it like?
The northwest, no settlement had been made, so it was time that the government did something about getting a bit of law and order to this unknown country.
The people that were living here originally, the Aboriginal people, were they receptive towards you or very resistant?
Well, see, these people were one group, and there were many groups around, and they were hostile. So these people always went around with a bunch of spears. But Father Doherty said, not around the mission. He didn't stop them, because you couldn't stop them, it was the way of hunting. But he said, I'll give you a boundary and you don't pass that boundary or I break the spears. If they broke his law, no rations. So, see, he did have that. Some of them had never seen a white woman before. They were most welcoming.
Let us proclaim the mystery of faith.
And so you have been here for long periods of time, over so many years. How do you see the town has changed? Like, because we're kind of here mainly looking at the music in the town and
yes.
That everyone's so interested in the heavy metal.
I'm not too familiar with heavy metal. That rhythm seems to be something that attracts them very strongly. In the beginning, about once a fortnight or 3 weeks, there'd be a corroboree. And then there'd be the didgeridoos. We'd all be out at the corroboree. And it would be singing and the clapsticks going. Now, when I came back after 20 years, after a while I said, I don't hear the clapsticks like we used to. And we're not having the corroborees we used to have. But they had their guitars. They'd been introduced to modern music, and so that was a big change. And also the clothing. Now, when I came back, they were in modern clothes.
I mean, even just sitting here now, you can hear heavy metal. Does it bother you?
No, it doesn't worry me.
That's good.
I have my own type of music that I enjoy. Yeah. We would like them to value education the way we value it. But there's no ambition to be something, to do something. The future, to them, is not the way we see the future.
The boys from the Slayer gang invited us to a party tonight, and it turns out it's not a Slayer party as we thought it was.
I think there's 4 or 5 gangs going and they don't talk to each other when they're all in the club or at the party.
So far we've only met Slayer and some of the Metallica kids. But hopefully tonight we can meet some others.
Apparently they all just stand there in their different corners, hang out in their own gangs.
Yeah.
So they think there's going to be a lot of tension, possibly. Not sure what's going to go down. They all turn up at the same party. So we're going to go and find out what's going to happen. Hey. Carl, hey man, what's your name?
Hello.
Mark. John,
How are
man.
you?
John.
Hey. We're looking for the Slayer party.
Yeah.
Disco.
Yeah, the disco. Yeah.
Down at the bottom.
So if we go straight ahead.
Straight ahead. Is there a lot of people there?
Yeah.
Yep. Cool. Thanks so much. See you later on.
Bye-bye.
Bye. So everybody seems to know about it and stuff too.
The disco, though, it's called, not a party.
Yeah. Can we get through over here, do you think? We're a bit lost now, aren't we?
We tried to make our way to the party, but had trouble. We found graffiti and thought it might mark different gang territory. The different stereo systems blasting in the distance also threw us off.
Where the fuck are we going?
We're going a different way.
In the middle of the darkness, we finally ran into some more Slayer boys from the football game.
Oh yeah, man. How's it going? How are you doing? Yo, hey man.
Hey.
How you doing?
Good.
We've got lost. We went all the way down there. We couldn't find it.
And down here.
Oh, go straight down here.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, that one there. Cool.
I got slain.
You got the CDs?
Yes, live.
Ah, the live. It's where the Slam Mob gonna go with the CDs.
This way. Disco. You know what
Yeah.
We're going to disco.
Yeah, we got
A kiss? No.
I don't want to kiss you.
I'm married. I can't kiss anybody. Hey, where are you going? Isn't the disco there?
So we go the next left?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Hang on, but I'm confused. They said they're going down there, but we can't go there. But
Yeah,
they're going to
and they-
this place.
I think those guys are too scared to walk past this house. I don't know. We can only see what's gonna happen, right?
Okay.
This is gonna be so intense just walking into this. Like we're in the middle of nowhere.
We haven't been down here yet either.
No, this is uncharted territory.
Yay. Okay, finally we found the disco.
David? We say thank you to David.
Hi.
Hey, man. Is this
Are you David?
Hey, John. Nice to meet you, man. Davide.
You're David.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're doing the DJing?
Yeah, and they all said come to the pub.
Now
to the
come
pub.
down. But we didn't want to just walk in and
Yeah.
invite ourselves. So.
If it's okay with you, we'd love to just,
Do you guys like heavy metal? Yeah?
If it was as weird for them to see us appear at their disco as it was for us, they didn't show it and were totally laid back about inviting us in. There was not a single trace of alcohol that we could see. A woman known as a DJ sat at the CD player and spun the tracks that different people requested. There was a fair amount of track skipping and confusion. There were also quite a few older guys that, from looks alone, appeared to be gang members, kind of waiting in the wings. It seemed tense at first, but everyone was just kind of hanging back in their groups. Pretty soon, though, a heavy metal song was queued up. A spotlight was on the dusty front yard, which we soon realised was the dance floor. We didn't know for sure, but it sounded like Megadeth. Either way, the headbangers held court as the song blasted our ears. Right after the last guitar riff ended, the mob cleared the dance floor. And as the next song came on, which we knew was Slayer because we recognised a few of the boys, it was clear that we were in the midst of a heavy metal dance-off, or as the Aboriginal guys called it, a disco.
Even though each mob brought their own CD, the DJ was playing others while members of rival mobs took to the dance floor, joined together for the same song in the same headbanging routine. Is it possible that these heavy metal discos have the effect of keeping some measure of peace between the gangs?
What's on next? Who's going to dance next?
Pretty soon the girls took to the dance floor. They might have been shy because we were there with our cameras, or maybe it was just their thing to dance and sway to Madonna with their backs to everyone else. But it was true at least at the discos that Wadeye also has girl gangs. And finally, it was a honky-tonk headbanger named Sebastian who took the floor by himself that showed us that Wadeye doesn't get down to only heavy metal.
I have to go. So see you guys later on. See you, man. Bye. See ya. How beautiful is it? So amazing. Like, it's so good.
It's the best. That was like the nicest way. They'll just like party. It's 1 o'clock.
Now we finish, yeah. They
Now
say
we
they always
finish.
finish at 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
How badly has it been portrayed?
I know.
Because we came out thinking it was just going to be like
well,
anger, fucking violence. Everyone's at the same house, partying all together. I said to the Judas Priest boys, I was like, so you guys like Slayer too? They're like, yeah, we like Slayer. And it was like, the girls have their turn. And
yeah,
then
and
like,
then the boys.
like a dance off, heavy metal dance off. Instead of fighting, they dance off.
I know, but
So
they all kind of do
incredible.
this similar thing, like they walk around in a circle.
And the other gang's like, yeah,
Yeah, and then the next
their one
one's come
starts.
up.
It's just like,
And the girls as well, like
they wouldn't, they
they're
were
so
so shy.
shy.
Like, so shy.
No aggression.
No aggression, no
no
violence or
shit.
anything.
Just
And I'm so glad it turned out that way.
Me too.
I would hate to see all those people fighting.
We were able to talk to Davide, the host, the next day when things were a little quieter. We needed someone to break this whole scene down for us because our minds were blown.
So, do you want to tell us a bit about the discos? Do you have the discos every weekend?
Sometimes I do.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
So each mob brings their own CD, and then they get one song.
Yeah, they come up with own CDs and play their own song.
Yep. I was standing with some evil warrior mob, and I think some Judas Priest mob were dancing.
Yeah.
And the evil warrior mob were like, yeah, it's good, it's good. So it's sort of like a dance off between the different mobs.
Yeah.
And what about there's kind of the girl mobs as well? They were saying like Kylie Minogue mob,
Yep.
Madonna
Yeah,
mob.
Madonna.
Yeah.
Which is this mob here.
You
You're
guys,
the
Madonna
Madonna
mob?
Yeah, great dancers. It was amazing the other night.
What's your favourite Madonna song to dance to?
Like a prayer.
Like a Prayer.
Yeah. Music seems to be such an important thing in
Yep,
this town.
music, yep.
Why do you think that is?
Because back in 1970s, Wadeye, they used to play Kiss, Deep Purple, and Ozzy Osbourne. They were all coming up with a new band.
And then that just stuck?
Yeah, just stuck.
Yeah.
With some of the, other media and stuff, before we came up here, we heard that there had been problems between the gangs and the mobs and stuff like that, but that's all
yeah.
stopped now?
Yeah, that's all stopped now. Everyone needs to come together with a family, family group.
Yep.
And then look after each other, instead of, going and fighting each other, just come in to the disco and then enjoy each other,
Yep. Thanks so much, man. I really appreciate it. And thanks so much for the parties you put on as well. Like, we had the best.
Colonial history and the stolen generations have left a long shadow over Australia, And it's going to take a hell of a long time to mend the fractures in Aboriginal communities. But we saw evidence that something as simple as dancing to heavy metal is one way the younger generations are looking ahead. And when you see young girls riding Iron Maiden on dusty windshields, you know that this town is serious in its love for heavy metal.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye now.
Bye.
You take the bullet, unleash my name. License, king with
We came to Wadeye with some expectations, all of which were shattered. In the end, understanding how this all began didn't matter. I'm not sure there's really a short explanation for who chose what band and when. And if their way of tackling gang violence is to have weekly heavy metal dance-offs, well, that's fucking great. If it works, it works. But we did learn that a scary-looking Aboriginal guy with a machete isn't always dangerous. He might just be a big heavy metal or 50 Cent fan. And if you're able to be friends with him, he might just invite you to a heavy metal disco in Wadeye, which is the coolest party we've ever been to in our lives. After we got home, we looked up the article from The Age that had been our introduction to the gang violence and riots in Wadeye. And if you look at the photo closely, there is a scary-looking guy about to stab you in the face. But if you look around him, you'll see everyone else is ready for a heavy metal dance party. He's just leading the way.